Forlum, a rusty droid with insectile features. Forlum was originally a protocol droid, but logic glitches allowed him to escape his programming and become a bounty hunter. That proved a perfect opportunity for the cold, calculating mechanical.
Hello, and welcome to Centurion's Corner, and today we're reviewing Forlum, or 4LOM. Now it's my last bounty hunter from my bounty hunter shelf that needs a review, as all the others now have been before, and so we can't leave out this guy. And he's not necessarily the last bounty hunter in any kind of sort of like top 5 category, or maybe top 6, as there was only 6 of them. But here he is, replicated very well by Hasbro, and I thought I'd show him off and give him a review for you guys, just in case you're the ones out there still collecting your bounty hunters and not too sure which one to get yet. So here he is. He is the double act to Zuckuss, a bit like Ant and Dec, you know, where Dec went away for a little while and now he's back. Or was it the other one? I don't know. They look the same. A bit like these guys, really, because one time this guy was known as Zuckuss and the other guy was Forlum. But this guy sounds a lot better as a robot as Forlum rather than Zuckuss. So they swapped it back around. So here he is. He comes with one accessory, which is his massive M16 type blaster rifle. I think it's a DL19, and which is the same as what Dangar has. And we just take a quick look at that. But again, I have gone through and customized this a little bit. So I've dropped it. So here it is. It's like in all in black sort of paint that I've done. It's got silver kind of sort of like accents on there where I've done a bit of weathering, and then I just put in a little bit of rust. It just kind of sort of like it matches in with his bodywork and stuff as well. So I thought, you know, just blend it in with him. And yeah, I mean, originally I think it was a horrible flimsy grey plastic. It was nasty, and that's what keeps taken away from these bounty hunters. They put so much detail into them, and when it comes to their accessories, they just chuck in this horrible bit of plastic, and it's down to us to sort of make them, spruce them up so it doesn't stand out as much. So anyway, that's his one accessory, and we can go over Forlum's articulation. So he kind of has a bit of a head rock. It's a really nice kind of movement in his head, although sometimes I do find his head does fall off a little bit too easily sometimes when I start manipulating it. But yeah, it's got like a head rock, and it can go up this far, look down this far, and obviously look left and right. He's got a upper shoulder rotation, and where he's very similar to C-3PO, he's a little bit rigid in some areas. I haven't got a C-3PO unfortunately, but apparently this is the next body onwards now that C-3PO's come with, as he's got bendable arms. So he's got rotation just up there under the shoulder, and just here he's got like a nice little beautiful hinge, and just as you move it, it moves down and then it moves back up. So obviously he hasn't got much rotation, well, any kind of sort of major movement. If you do pull it too far, it does put a bit of stress on there, and I have had it pop out before now. But yeah, it just looks great. His wrist, he has a rotation and he has a hinge, and the same on this side. And then going down, he can only get his legs out this far. He can kick forward this far. He can kick back this far. He's got an upper thigh rotation. He's got a single knee joint, which only goes that far, and then he's got a rocker and a pivot. And yeah, I mean, for articulation wise, I've not had any problems with this guy. If I'm posing him into like a gun ready pose, action pose, you know, you're not really going to get a running pose or anything with this guy. But to be honest, you know, he's got that sort of stance, so you can recreate his Empire Strikes Back kind of pose with him just holding the rifle. And yeah, you can get him in quite a good manner of poses. So stay tuned to the end. I'll do a few little pictures just to demonstrate that off, and we're going to his sculpt as well. So yeah, I mean, his head sculpt is really good. It's really done really well. The only thing I find with it, and I don't really remember his head being a complete different colour, it's just really kind of like a bland silver. Where his body goes into all these sort of rusted parts and everything on here, his head just looks like a very plasticky silver colour. His eyes are actually quite see-through, and if I can just manipulate the light there, you can actually see through them, and they give off this really nice sort of translucent kind of sort of like look. But unfortunately, when he's on the shelf most of the time, you don't really get to see that. But yeah, it's just me. It's just the colour of his head. I don't know whether I need to weather it just to bring it down a little bit, maybe dull that colour down. But I don't really remember in it seeing a massive difference between that and that. Anyway, going down to his body, and it's really nice. I mean, his arms are the same as like a C-3PO body, and but all these little rust areas, just this little rust paint on these sort of joints, and all these little gibbery bits there just sticking out. It's really nicely done, and it's not kind of sort of taken away from the back either. It's all there as well. The only thing that's really different from a C-3PO is kind of like his sort of cockroach kind of type chest piece, and you've got his wires there. I'm not too sure if these should be painted actually. I might have a look at that so I can actually maybe upgrade this character a little bit. And obviously we've got this sort of like red wipe kind of colour there. It looks a bit weird, looks a little bit kind of strange because it's so sort of vibrant and bright. But I looked at the pictures, yeah, he does have this sort of like red smear. So I don't know whether it means something or it's supposed to be kind of sort of like he belongs to a certain sort of faction or something. Going down, it just follows on that C-3PO-esque into kind of rustic look, and it goes all the way down to his nice feet there, and it's also on his back. Mind you, this looks a little bit ominous there, but saying from that, it's a brilliant sculpt, it's a brilliant bounty hunter, and you just can't go wrong with these guys. Like, all the bounty hunters are really well, and it's just a case of which one do you get next. Do you get Forlum next, Dangar, Boba Fett? You know, this guy, I think I got him for about £20. He was still around that price. I can't remember really where I got him from. It might even have been a gift for my birthday back in April from the wife. So yeah, but I'm sure he's probably about 20 quid at the moment. So guys, this is the last bounty hunter. What do you think of this guy? Who's going to be your next bounty hunter? Or which one is your favourite out of the lot? You can comment down below. You can follow me on Instagram. You can subscribe if you like. And I'll see you next time. Bye.